guys not have those?
But now you are in the market district, where most of the trade of the city happens.
And this was okay. We're in section 5.
You're in section
I've been
4.
sort of. Oh, I was gate 5. I've been making notes as we go through like the areas.
Yep. A bunch of fancy people. You see a lot of store owners.
Damn it. Okay, sorry.
I'm drawing on my map.
I'm sorry.
You see a lot of store owners depicted by their robes. Usually gold trim indicates a business owner. Silks represent landowners. And there's a combination of different things that mean different things, but that's the ones you guys were able to discover. In the distance, you see a large building, a large clock tower with 3 clocks on it, all made of brass and copper and wood and stone. You see this large pendulum that connects all of them, that ticks and talks back and forth. This tower looks like it's made of basalt and looks darker than the shadow that currently the mountain casts over it. Very ominous view. Do you guys go that way? Or do you guys want to go to the market? See what's up?
Okay. Go to the vault.
Are you talking about like this place?
No, Vivi's.
So Vivi's is like looming over everybody?
No, it's looming over this district.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so her vault is in like a cool clock tower sort of thing.
I don't think Leshy and Starry would really care much about the vault. Wouldn't they go to the markets?
I think they would go to the markets, but they also know you guys have business here.
I mean, I'd go with them.
Because Corey was pretty open about, hey, I got a vault key. I'm fine with going in.
Well, I'll stay with Leshy and Starry and go to the markets with them. Do some baby shopping.
Like, drop them off at like a nice little cafe while
you
we
guys
do
can
other
go
stuff.
Window shopping for some
Yes.
houses.
Yes.
Okay.
We shall window shop. I'll just be like, okay, guys.
Anyone want to go with them, or is everyone else
take
going
care
to
of the
Vivi's?
vault. I'll protect my homies here. We'll go get a house.
I'll head to Vivi's.
Okay. So anyone following Dez?
Okay.
Ty?
I don't really need to go baby shopping with people I don't know.
Yeah, no, literally.
Ty is very conflicted as to who to go with.
Why?
But ultimately she'll follow behind the house shoppers, but like at a distance.
Really?
I mean, we could always
I'll be
like legit
as-
drop them instead of
as
splitting the
time
party.
makes-
We can
No, I'm
always
chill with
just,
splitting the party here.
we could legit just drop them off at like a cafe and then just keep going.
Nah. I'm chill with splitting it here, man. Because, like, Ari does not give a shit about that vault. I gotta be so honest. I do not give a shit about it.
It is a magic shop, too.
Great. Maybe we'll go there later, but I don't care much about the vault.
Okay.
As Ari, I mean.
Okay.
Ari. Sophie's very curious, but I don't think Ari would give a fuck. She'd be like,
Okay.
yeah, Corey, go open your vault. Go see what goods are in there. Have fun. I'm gonna go shopping with Leshy and Starry and Just gonna see what's around.
All right. Well, because two people want to go to BB's, out of technically 5 other people.
Well, 3, because
Yeah.
Corey.
Yeah.
And I'm actually surprised Ty's going with the window shoppers. I thought Ty would have want to go to the.
We'll say
'Cause
you
isn't that
loop
related
around.
to Ty's family?
We'll say you guys loop around, go like down
Oh,
here.
they just are paying them. I
and
don't
then
care
go
about the
through
money.
and then go through the little park and then end up at VV's. All right. Let's just say that so it's easier. All right, window shopping. You guys see a lot of homes that are kind of abandoned. Abandoned usually means good for you. However, these homes are dirt cheap. It looking 250 gold prices for these homes. It looks like studios. They look broken, glass shattered. You see like 6 or 7 of these before you get to a cleaner looking area.
You like clean.
She holds your hand.
Oh my gosh.
And then she points out this beautiful, like, 2-story house that's kind of at the end here.
Yeah.
And it has, like, a walkway, and there's a little place underneath it where it's like... Think of it as the house is above, but there's an empty space underneath the house, but there's pillars.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a little overhang where you could store stuff and whatnot. And it looks to be like a 2-bedroom, 1 bath, and it's sitting around 1,300 gold. And there's a clear like distinction between this part and this part. You see the neighborhood is just so much better.
Yeah.
And
is it 1,300 plus rent?
What?
Is there like a rent that they'll have?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
But you gotta buy the house and then rent.
Yeah.
Why do you buy the house and then rent?
Yeah.
That's how dwarves work.
Okay.
You buy the house, then rent the land that it's on.
Yeah, that's how it is. Dwarves care about the money first for the property, because the property has value and you want to buy it, so buy it. And then the land has value, so you're renting the land. Think of it as a trailer park.
Okay.
We don't have those.
But anyway, yeah, that's the only house in this district. The other district, like I said, it had studios, it had ramshackled homes.
When you say district, do you mean like section, or do
Section.
you mean
I would
just,
say neighborhood.
Like...
These two distinct neighborhoods between these two. The only thing they share is the market that's right in the middle.
It's really interesting that this section has like a longish area.
Starry points out that across the way there's a small, what looks like outside bar, that is currently in operations, and says, I'd probably get a job over there.
Oh yeah. Leshy, I'm sure could find a job easy around here too.
He nods.
What do you think, Leshy? Do you like this house?
Yes. It's suitable for...
Do you think they have like open houses here? Little strawberry chocolate where we can go in, look around?
No. Dwarves, in my experience, they very possessive. Very, you see, you buy, or you leave.
Right. Well, I'll tell you this much. It's not going to get any cheaper. And, I mean, this is kind of really nice. It's in a nice part of the town. I'm sure there's schools around.
We don't need to worry about schools for right now.
Well, it's coming up. I don't know. Kind of like it. Kind of like it.
I do too. I think this is what we'll take. And he pulls out
Cool.
his sack of 600 gold that he's been hiding from all of you. Refusing gold from most of you, only taking what he thought he earned. This man has been collecting gold for pretty much his entire life, and you see it in the gold. You see super old copper pennies. You see silver that has definitely tarnished. You see gold and gold coins that have been bent in half or chipped in one place or another. You see a life of savings.
Damn, holding back on us, rich man.
This is all that she can provide currently.
I push it back to him, and I'm like, let me handle the house.
No,
That's gonna be what you guys start up with.
This is not custom for our kind.
I
See,
mean,
Tabaxi, we do not put roots down anywhere. But when we do, we take the brunt. I appreciate your generosity and have such since now. But I insist, my culture and our future child will learn these customs and will follow them just as I am now. We do not intend to stay here forever, though. Our dream is still to go to Kent, to see the sun rise on the sands of the ever-glass sea.
of course, that is where everyone will end up. I'm sure of it.
It is truly beautiful. I should paint it for you.
I hope to see it with you guys one day.
He kind of
Are the
looks
people allowed
down
in
at
Kent?
Starry and then kind of looks at their situation. Him kind of being like 45 to 50 years old. Her being like 28, 29 years old with a child. The chances are they're not going anywhere for a long time. Vacations don't really exist in the medieval times.
We'll get them there.
We'll get him there. But he offers up 600. Starry says she can't really offer up much in the form of money, but she can offer this, and she pulls out 250 gold, so totals 850. Unless she says that's an acceptable amount, and says...
And then I say... I will be here so much that I have to pitch in. I mean, I'm gonna be staying with you guys like all the time. So like, it would be rude of me not to pitch in. So I take their money and then I say, I got the rest, man. Like I'll get it all settled. Don't we have to go
There's
to that
a
one
small
place to get it?
dwarf at the corner who
Oh,
who's actually looking at a property currently on the other side of you guys. He has signs underneath his armpit, and he's like hammering them into the ground. He notices you guys. He's like, "Oh, are you guys interested? I'm selling that
Very
property
much so.
and this one." Well, I mean, if more the merrier, right? How many people are gonna be living in this place?
Just the two.
Okay, he gets out a little notebook that he carries around, and he starts jotting down names, please. And you get Starry says Starry, and then Leshy says Leshy.
We go through filling out paperwork.
You essentially go through filling out paperwork. The only funny part is when he gets to any pets, And he's just like, ooh, okay, never mind. And then goes to the next question. And then he kind of stumbles with his for sale signs, and you see that there's some for 4,500, 10,000, upwards of 20,000.
Do you work in all parts of this city then?
Yes. I'm currently under employment of Vivi. Vivi's Ticks and Talks. Yes, she owns most of this district and most of the land here too. She's a great landowner. She usually forgets when people pay, so if you have any trouble, it's okay to maybe wait a month or so like that, but she's usually on it after that. She's very ditzy, so don't let that fool you though. She's
of course.
She's a firecracker if she gets angry. But
well, don't worry,
she is very, very forgiving, especially to newcomers.
Awesome.
Is this the house you want, or maybe this one?
Yes.
And he turns to a house that he just put the sign up for is like 5,000 gold, 3 bedroom, 3 bath, whole kitchen, like small little outdoor balcony area in the back.
I fall in love for a split second, and then I shake my head, and I'm like, oh, what a beautiful house indeed, but it's just the two of them, and, we don't need the room, unfortunately, but it is quite the beautiful home.
Okay, so we are in agreement then for this house.
I
just filled out all the paperwork, so I really hope so.
I glanced back at Starry and Mushy, being like, I don't know why I'm doing this. I don't know why I didn't have you guys talk, but...
Are you filling in the paperwork for the $1,300 house or the $5,000?
Yes, the $1,300.
And they took up $850, so...
And I have the other $450.
Okay. So
and
you just might...
Can they haggle on the price, or...?
If you want to try.
I mean, I will say this. I'll say this. 1,300 is quite the steep proposition for a slightly smaller house.
It is, but it is in the better district. You will be surrounded by neighbors that definitely pay more. However, they appreciate their property enough to be okay with poorer folk. Not saying you're poor, but if poor folk are in their vicinity, they're okay keeping up the neighborhood. And that's why the price is what it is. I mean, a normal farmer can't. A normal farmer can't buy that. A coal miner definitely can't buy that.
Yes, but
maybe a salt miner
living in a
and his
mansion,
wife.
of course.
Well, no, but I mean, they can always upgrade their house. It's the property that Vivi owns, so they can modify it however they wish, as long as, of course, the HOA approves.
Of course. Does this house have a kitchen and everything?
Oh, of course. Yes. He walks you through the house essentially.
Sick.
So
you just mentioned the kitchen about the other one and not this one. And I was like, is there no kitchen? I did want to ask him. I did want to ask him how much their monthly rent would be.
Their monthly
for the land.
rent currently for a house of this size would only be 30 gold a month.
Oh fuck! Oh, chill.
Very cheap. It's because it's on stilts essentially.
Yeah.
The house is.
So while they are while like Leshy and Starry are 30 coin a month, so only 4 times. So while they're walking around, I kind of pull the guy aside and I say, "Is there any chance that I could pay the year in advance?"
Well, yes, you'd have to talk to Vivi about that. In fact, we need to talk to her before we sign anything, because her signature essentially is what seals the deal.
Cool. Then I'll talk to Vivi about that. But I made sure Starry, unless she didn't hear that. Chill. Awesome.
Here's the papers for that. You can go. I don't need to assist you unless you guys are outsiders and need me to give you directions.
No, we can get there, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious. It's the ticking
Yeah.
clocks in the back over there.
Yeah, awesome.
But let him know that Ben has assisted you today, and I'd very much appreciate you mentioning my name, because I get a little commission off the top there.
Oh, of course. You have been wonderful. I mean, thank you so much for making this easy for us to get through. We appreciate it, Ben.
Yeah, no problem. Well, welcome, Starry and Leshy, to Capital. You do have to sign citizenship and wear iron rings. If that's a problem, please let me know. It just indicates you're a citizen here, so you won't get kicked out if you're, stowed away somewhere or running from bandits every now and again, or a mix-up can happen, and we don't want that.
Sick.
Yeah, they just are like, yep, okay, we're fine with iron. As long as it's not silver, we're fine with iron.
Cool. As we're leaving, I will ask if they. I assume it comes empty, of course, and that they'll have to get furniture and.
There's basic furniture in there.
Okay.
It's basic in the
there...
sense of like a cot, wooden chairs, stuff like that.
Is it okay if I take the papers to go get signed, Starry, unless you don't have to be there? Is that fine?
Yeah, that's fine. I
cool.
mean, they need to sign citizenship.
Right. Is that with her though?
Yes.
Do they have to do
She's
that
like
before
the notary in most of the districts. She's very busy, which is why.
I was just gonna have them go get furniture and stuff while I got this signed, but we can all go together. Never mind.
Okay, that's no problem. Here you go. Hands the papers over to you, Leshy and Starry.
Awesome.
All
Sick.
Right. Marketplace or VV's? Technically, VV's is the marketplace as well, so.
We should do VV's.
Alright. You kind of walk through this, you definitely see down the way that there's just market stalls on each side. Giant, arches. Giant arches indicating the different market gods. There's a depiction of the god of trade. If anyone would like to make a religious check to remember what that god is.
Fuck yeah, I have no religion, but I'll do it anyway. Hell yeah.
Neither, but doors are kind of religious.
Hell yeah, 20!
I just want to watch me get a nat 20.
Yeah, you guys always do when I get a good.
Oh my god!
Damn, that was
dwarf
good.
would have advantage.
Don't say that.
Yeah, I know that's kind of racist, but yes, a dwarf would have advantage.
No, advantage means I'm gonna do better on. Okay, the 18 stands.
20, 18, 22. All of you remember that this is Joaquin, Waukeen, and it's Liberty's maiden, goddess of commerce.
Joaquin, the goddess of commerce.
She is wealth through free and fair trade. As you enter what looks like a stone garden, you see this bed of rocks, this stone floor, but it's made of different stones: garnet, limestone, brick, clay, there's just a rainbow of stones here of different types, different forms, different minerals,
I don't really need a history check.
all depicting various names. Most are the previous kings, and in the middle is a statue of the, well, recently deceased king.
I think I have expertise in history for this kind of stuff, for like stone stuff.
Sure.
Yeah. Can I like look at a little bit as like to who some of the kings were on the stones?
Sure.
Let's see. History. There we go.
Okay.
See, when I want to do something, I get bad roll.
All right. I'll give you the last two that you kind of understand. Before Ukar Blackmane, which is the, again, recently deceased Blackmane.
From Dan's father.
There was Merc Whitemane and Ukal Blackmane. They were brothers. And there was an epic civil war between the two brothers to determine who got the throne. And of course, Blackmane won. Before that, Cull Blackmane was the previous king. He, in your remembrance, didn't do a lot. He was more of a political king. He was more just wanting peace, wanting simple trade,
Figurehead?
no
or...
wars, stuff like that. What's up?
like a figurehead, or is it more like
Yeah.
he's just...
He was more of a figurehead. He was more just there trying to keep the peace.
Okay.
You also know that the whole Blackmane last name is because long, long ago, when the lineage started, when this was just a simple town, the legend goes that a giant black wolf hunted the children of the town. And for 24 days and 24 nights, a soldier kept watch. And on the 25th day, the wolf came. And through the sheer will of a dwarf, with his mighty hammer gifted by Moradin, god of creation, and the first flame, i.e. magic, he vanquished the beast, giving him the last name, Blackmane. You guys definitely look like tourists, though.
Just oohing and eyeing at the floor.
Yep.
No,
And you reiterating all this stuff to everyone else.
Dez looks like a tourist getting up close to these. Wow.
Actually, Dez fits in because she's a dwarf.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's
I have a 8 intelligence. I love looking at stuff.
That's true.
The rocks, by the way, indicate rank in like which type of rock it is. However, you have no idea what that is.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
You just know it's a certain type of rank that they had or held. But,
I could
as
probably
you-
guess it's like the material, like the more rare the material.
Yeah.
I just want you to know, you just gave both me and Josh like the biggest diss of all time and don't even know it.
What'd I do?
You said I have an 8 intelligence. I love looking at stuff. As we're looking at rocks, which we literally on our vacation we spent like half an hour just staring at rocks.
Oh my god.
We also spent like an hour looking for rocks on the beach.
Yeah.
That's funny.
We
So I
found
guess
some
we have
sea
8
glass. That was pretty cool.
intelligence.
Sea glass is cool.
I
Anyway,
love sea glass.
so as you guys get to VDs, let me get my notes.
So is everybody now at VV's?
Yeah, you guys kind of made your way through. You guys got the shop, or not the shop. You guys got the house. You guys got the papers, and you were just kind of wandering through this very historical looking area. So you guys took a minute. Why? What are you doing?
No, I was just curious because apparently we also have to go to VV's. So I don't know what they were doing while everyone else was looking at the house.
I think we just staggered along.
Yeah, you guys never. How about this? You guys never lost sight of each other. Yeah, you guys both were within eyesight.
Tired
Always-
of waving
yeah,
at each
just-
other from across the courtyard.
Yeah.
Well, it could have been something where I was just like, I already know that they'd have to go to Phoebe, so it doesn't. I could just chill, waiting for it to be done.
Alright. As you get closer to this dark basalt clock tower, you see that the dark basalt, its seam cuts off, and you see that it cuts off into this roof made of what looks like molten glass. This molten glass cascades like almost like daggers stacked on top of each other. If the light ever caught it, it would light up this district in a heartbeat. But it never does because of its vicinity to the mountain. It then goes down into this marble brick building. It has inlaid gold and copper trims. The pillars seem almost like an architect and an artist got together and said, let's make this look fucked up. You are now at Vivi's Ticks and Talks, a charming, cluttered artificer's shop tucked into the heart of Capital's bustling trade district. Brass gears spin lazily in hanging mobiles. Enchanted timepieces tick in perfect unison along the walls. And the faint scent of oil and ozone lingers in the air as you enter the wooden door. The shop is run by Vivi Gearlock, a sprightly gnome with wild hair, magnifying goggles, and a love for all things mechanical and arcane. You guys see her currently working on something behind the counter as 3 other employees are helping customers. Beneath its cozy, eccentric exterior lies one of the city's most secure secrets, Capital's central vault. And you guys are kind of hit in the face with it as you guys just walk slightly in. You see that the wall in the back that you thought was a wall, your vision kind of focuses, and that entire wall in the back leads into a tunnel. And at the end of that tunnel is a big, giant vault door. Brushed with steel and clockwork, engraved with intricate sigils, spinning dials, and a single central keyhole. When a citizen inserts their uniquely attuned key, the magic within the door activates, producing a personal pocket vault tailored to the individual's holdings. To everyone around, Vivi's Ticks and Talks is a quirky stop for repairs, curios and custom enchantments. But to those with keys, it's the safest place in the city, where gold, heirlooms, and secrets are guarded by gears, spells, and a gnome who knows exactly what time it is.
Showtime.
He sounds like a copper acolyte.
You would probably be right that they worship the Keymaker, goddess of time. What do you guys do?
Well, I approach
You approach?
the
The workers?
people. Yeah.
One of the workers. Hi, how may I help you?
Hi. I'm actually here to speak with Vivi, if possible.
Oh, I'm very sorry. She's very busy right now. On what matter is this?
A few things. One of them, personally, I've got me and my friends here, and I motion for Leshy and Starry to come forward. They just bought a house, actually, and they needed to get some citizenship signed and also to get their house deed signed.
Oh, okay.
Then
well,
help us out a lot.
I can sign the house deed, and we can get that
Awesome.
A-okay, but my partner over here is the one that handles citizenship, and you see there's a line of like 3 people waiting for citizenship currently.
Okay, I tell Leshy to go wait in the line, so that if more
kinda-
people join.
He kind of shrugs. He's like, I thought we were buying it. Okay.
No, we are, but we gotta get in that line before more people get in it, and then it's gonna be even longer.
And then as you guys are like, as Leshy is going, Starry's like, do you guys got a glass of water?
Oh my God, Starry, are you thirsty? Hey, do you have any water? Hey, can we get some water, please?
Yeah, no problem. And he kind of
Thank you.
has a small glass of
Give
water.
me some fucking water.
He has like a pitcher right there for just such occasions.
Oh, perfect. I pour her some water. Here,
Yeah.
here you
And then
go,
she
honey.
goes stands in line. Oh, okay, so I can sign the deed over to who am I signing it to? Yes, Leshy and Starry.
Yeah.
However, they don't have last names. That might be an issue. Are they lovers?
Oh no, no, they are not.
Okay. Are they brother and sister?
No. No.
No? Okay. Are they related in any way?
I kind of glanced to Starry to see if she wants me to say they are or not.
She kind of laughs and she's like, what are you talking about? Leshy's my bro.
You're right. Sorry. I only recently met Leshy, so I'm straight lying. So I
Okay.
don't know. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, so they are. Okay, so
Yeah.
in order to sign a deed, the people under contract must have a last name.
Right.
So they can
Fuck.
pick one out when they do their citizenship, or
Okay.
we could just
Yeah.
pick one out right now if you guys want.
Is there anybody behind Leshy in the line?
No.
Fuck. Okay, cool. Leshy, I'm so sorry, but can you come over here really quick? I'm sorry. I'm
She's
so
coming
sorry.
over.
I'm
What?
sorry. I go and I grab Starry.
What do you
y'all
want?
need you guys have to choose a last name.
Traditionally, Tabaxi have no last name.
Yeah, but if you want a house, I mean, it doesn't have to be like your real life last name. It's purely for paperwork, and who the fuck cares about paperwork? You know what I mean?
Okay, then you pick last name, if it truly no matter.
Me! Okay, Leshy, go back to standing in the line. Starry, what do you want
Yes.
your last name to be?
Starry kind of drinks the rest of the cup and then puts it down. Starry
I
also
quickly
does
fill it
not
again.
give a shit.
God damn it,
About-
guys, this isn't my fake last name. This is your fake last
I
name.
completely understand, but traditionally, it's bad luck for a tabaxi to give themselves a last name.
Okay, I'll give you a last name. I turn around and without even thinking, I'm like, Mond. How about Mond? Mond's a good last name. I mean, I've had Mond my whole life. I don't even think about it. I'm like, yeah, I know that last name. It's the first one that comes to my mind. Mond. It's Mond. Yeah, it's Mond.
What's the last name? What's the last name?
That's my last name, bitch. Don't make fun of it. Yeah, it's Mond. Their last name's Mond. Starry Mond and Leshy Mond. And then I have a heart attack realizing what I did, and I look behind me hoping neither of them heard that I just made their legal last names my last name. Fuck.
I guess it technically makes you and Starry just sisters.
Nah, it makes us married.
Starry kind of laughs and says, "We'll just have it be Storm Chaser."
Yeah, see, it wasn't that hard. Was it?
Stjorn, or Stjorn, is Dwarvish for sun.
Aw, that's cute.
Oh, that is so cute. I didn't even think about using Sun Chaser. No, that's so good. Yeah, it's that, actually. Mond, I panicked and said my last name, which is so silly of me, isn't it, counter person? I actually meant them. Also, I just want to reiterate that we had the help of a guy named Ben. He was super awesome. I just want to make sure you know that he was really cool.
There, I changed it on Starry, but I'm not gonna change it on Leshy, because Leshy of Cat is so cool.
Yeah.
Alright, yep, Storm Chaser, you really? Okay, alright. And then he writes it down, and all parties involved sign away, and their citizenship certificates are handed to them. With the ring is like kind of like the band that holds the citizenship document together.
Ooh.
And they hand it over. That'll be 20 gold, 10 for each citizenship document.
I hand 20 gold over before they can even think about giving them gold.
And he looks at the current dwarf that's talking to you, looks at you and says, "All right, that will be first and second month's rent, please."
Perfect. And I look. Starry's sitting down again. I'm just gonna say she is because I actually hand him 120, and I say, "Can I do all 4 months right now?"
Yeah, we'll take your money.
Awesome. But it will go so they don't have to pay it all this year, right? You're not just gonna take free money.
Yeah, of course, we're not. No.
Just the way you said that was really.
They just need to keep up on it.
Well, of course.
And
cool.
At 30 gold, I think it's very doable.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think that they can't.
Oh, well, in this it says professions. It says Leshy is good for manual labor, and Starry's good at bartending, and so, yeah, you guys will be fine.
Oh yeah, they'll be great, and they can start doing it next year. So.
Wait, start?
No. Start paying rent next year.
Oh, I thought you
Not
said they
start
don't
working.
have jobs.
Of course, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I said that they were gonna start paying rent next year. Obviously.
Yes. Okay. Well.
Yeah.
Is that all? Do you wish to browse our wares, to look around? Do you guys have business with the vault?
Yes. Also,
very surprising.
you never made a comment about the Ben thing, and I just want to make sure we're on the same page here. Ben did amazing.
Okay.
Cool, thanks. I want that man to get his commission.
He wrote Ben
cool.
on the deed papers.
Sick. And then I drew a little star. I drew a little star next to it just to indicate that he gave really good service.
Oh, okay.
1 star.
Awesome.
rating.
So yeah. Corey, come over here, please. This is your business now, not mine.
She'll simply go to the vault, open it, grab her monies, which is 183, and put it in her inventory.
How do you spell? Oh, never mind.
Vivi will then be done with whatever she's working on and say, "Aha! I've made it!" And then she holds up a glass ampule. An ampule is, think a long tube of glass, but most of the time it's sealed off at the top. And it's pretty much as long as she is. It's a very large tube of glass, but in it, there's 2 substances. There's a blue substance and a green substance. And one of them looks extremely hard, and the other one looks very liquidy. And then she starts shaking it vigorously, and it starts to glow and glow and glow, brighter and brighter.
That's a glow stick, right?
It's a glow stick.
Okay. Whoa!
She made a medieval glow stick.
Bro, I'm kind of like quietly clapping, like, oh my god, that's so amazing.
She puts it in a custom sheath that she made for it, so that it doesn't blind everyone. And then she's like, there we go, I've done it. I've made the first light stick.
Woo! Yeah, that's amazing. Oh my god. Oh. Have you seen this chick?
She hands it to one of the employees. Start making these. Mark them down as 200 gold apiece.
That was amazing.
Oh. Hello, you weird lot, you.
Yeah.
What is a dwarf doing with a half-elf and a high-elf and a fox person and a ghoul? No, you're not decayed.
Thanks for noticing.
Air genasi? Ooh, this is interesting. She pulls out a notebook and writes in her little notebook. I haven't seen one of you since the blood moon rose.
Me neither. I've never seen one of me before, so it really is interesting, isn't it? How are you? That was really cool.
Thank you. Just a little science and magic, and there you go.
Fascinating.
What can I help your group with?
Somebody else can take the lead on that one. Because I don't know. I figured out all the shit I needed. Wait, that's all that was in that with that key was 100 and whatever coin?
183, yeah.
That's such a big deal for nothing.
I mean,
we actually just
remember she went with Ty to Light, and in Light he said, "Okay, I'm gonna stop paying you now. Your services are done.
Yeah.
You can just leave now." And
yeah,
of course, Corey was like, "Fuck you," and didn't leave, and also didn't give the key back. So there's just money sitting in there now.
Right.
But it's
it's
small
sick
amount
as
of,
fuck.
yeah.
We actually just bought a home on your land, and by we I mean them. That's about it.
Interesting. I haven't seen Tabaxis in a while either.
They're pretty cool. You'll like them.
It's quite alright. Ever since the blood moon rose, we've been getting inundated with people of all mix and matches of races.
Yeah.
So there's been no issue with a shapeshifter in the capital?
No? Like I said, it's more or less features and not shifted completely into a different animal.
Okay, so like half furry where you just wear like your ears and stuff around town, but you're not
Yep.
fully costumed yet. Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
Interesting. Did you make, at the very least, the prototype of everything you sell here?
Oh, of course. Everything you see that ticks or talks is made by yours truly.
That's amazing. How long have you been here in the capital?
Ever since I was a child.
Are you from here? Were you born here?
No, my father Abrish, he immigrated here from Televandor when we lived over there, but they are not okay with people like us.
People like you?
I'm a gnome.
No.
I'm a gnome.
Good name. Sick. Can we look at her wares? What she has?
Sure.
Fuck yeah, I'd love to.
What are you looking for explicitly?
Quite literally, I have no idea. I was just gonna see what she had.
She has almost everything.
I'd like to maybe trade in this great sword here. Sorry, not great sword. It's a long sword, isn't it? Yeah, very sword. My bad. This great sword. And it's her standard issue great sword, like the one that she got while in the army.
Okay.
She doesn't like. She has a lot of bad connotations from it now, and she wants to get rid of it.
Yeah, we'll take it. How's about, let's say 45 gold?
Sure. I ain't got no problem with that.
Doesn't even touch
about-
it. Like two dwarves come and take it away immediately. She puts down her one of her monocles or whatever and looks at you guys. Seems you guys have a little bit more than just metal and weapons to give me.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, please. With this little doohickey, I could see everything magical on you.
I don't have an ounce of magic on me, I say, clearly being sarcastic.
Well, I really wouldn't want to take anything because I'm getting bad vibes from the things I'm saying. So,
yeah.
I mean, if you want to pay a visit to Seeker, go for it. It probably will help you.
For what? Who's Seeker?
Seeker?
Yeah.
Seeker's, that's a name for the High Priest of Morden.
Oh. Yeah, I should probably talk to that
It's right through the next gate. It's kind of centralized at the edge of the mountainside. It kind of is in the shadow of the castle.
Interesting. Do you have any I doubt it. Any
I have a lot of things.
I know. I was just gonna say jewelry.
Oh, I have tons of jewelry.
Like maybe a brooch of some sort.
Brooch? Let me see what I got here.
Something a guy might enjoy, a very manly guy who also likes shiny things.
A brooch for a manly guy?
Yeah.
I mean, I
get
don't
Leshy a
have something
brooch.
like that, but we do custom orders here.
No, dude.
Just a
Sorry.
brooch that looks like a muscle.
I was more
It's just
thinking...
various sizes of like ruby.
I'm trying to think.
Well, we also have
Okay.
gemstones themselves for sale as well.
Is that so?
Yes. These they're cut differently, but they go up in value, and she shows you about 4 different little velvet boxes. The first one is full to the brim with gemstones, and they're 10 gold apiece. Very poor quality, though.
Yeah.
The next one is a little higher up, but of course it's like half filled, and they're 50 gold apiece. The next one, it seems like we're getting into cut stones, as most of them are pretty cut. Some have a little jank in them. These are 100 gold apiece. And there's very few, probably a good dozen, and they're very well cut, very well polished, pretty decent size, 500 gold apiece.
Interesting.
She has, I would say, at least one of each stone. So if you're looking for diamond, if you're looking for ruby, she has one of each. So.
Okay. Interesting. Just trying to decide what I want to get for Leshy. Maybe a ruby. He'd probably like a ruby. Does she have any healing potions, by the way?
She does have healing potions.
Really? I assume not rations, though. I mean, she's not necessarily a store.
No, that's market. However,
Yeah.
like I said, you guys are kind of in the market district. Think of outside is the market, but inside this place is specialized market.
Yeah.
So it looks like her potions of healing are 75 gold apiece.
And
She
they're
only has 6.
and they're standard.
Standard.
Okay. I'll take one of those. Shit. Actually, I'll take 2 of them. Shit.
One.
And then,
Is that all you
Can
guys
I-
are selling me?
oh yeah, you know, interesting enough, I've got some knoll stone. I wonder if I should sell it to her. I bet she'd really like it.
Knoll stone?
Or the knoll ore.
No ore. That would be
Shouldn't
interesting.
that have been given? That have been given to the dude to get us out of the prison?
No, I personally took some. I kept some. I out loud said that I kept some of it. And I even asked the guy if I could keep one. I literally have 1 rock of knoll ore.
Gotcha.
Yep. But I remember specifically being like, I want to keep 1 piece. I'll give you everything else. And he was like, okay. So I have that. Oh. Well, I guess I'm only keeping this because it's sentimental, but I pull out my 2 parts of my heartstone, and I'm like, this is a long shot. Any chance you could fix this?
Yeah, it'll cost you a 3rd level spell, though.
How much is that?
If you guys make more deals and more interesting deals, because these seem kind of low end for me to be handling, I'll do it for free.
Sick, cool. I'm just going through all my shit that I have. That's
She
why I
casts
should
stone shape. Any particular shape you want it.
be- Oh,
She's
that's
playing with it
amazing.
like Play-Doh currently.
Yeah. Do it in the shape of a heart.
Okay.
Of course
Very
you knew I'd say that.
appropriate, and
Yeah.
she starts making an anatomically correct
Can you
heart
put it-
out of stone.
That's perfect. Can you put a little smiley face in the middle of the anatomically correct heart?
She does.
And make
That's
it kind of
when
like
the spell
eerie.
wears off.
Okay, perfect. It's a really freaky fucking heartstone. I love it. Thank you.
You don't know whether she
Um,
did it on purpose to get rid of the spell. Like, you know, she cast a spell on herself.
Yeah.
Or if it wore off, but whatever magic was allowing her to do that, it wore off. Here you go.
I pull out. Thank you so much. That's really sweet. I pull out the Knoll ore, and I'm like, I've got this. Does this interest you at all?
Yes, it does. I'm currently working on something, and null metal would be some sort of metal to fire out of it.
What's that something, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, I'm developing this break action missile-like weapon. Uses a powdery substance of sulfur, charcoal, and saltpeter.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't quite mastered it. But no metal, very durable metal in my experience, very rare too. So it being shot out of a small cannon, well, it's not gonna feel good.
How much you thinking?
For the null metal?
Yeah.
Well, considering it's ore, so I'd have to refine it. And
it's true. It's rare, though.
You're right. I'd have to send it off to Snowfell to refine it. Only their forges are hot enough. As they use... I can't remember.
I use Fireball on it.
Yeah, good luck with that. In her shop? No way.
Yeah.
They use a lot of charcoal over the course of...
Yeah, none of that is my issue, though. All I'm here to do is sell you the ore. That's all I'm doing. And you don't get to take out the cost of refining it from how much I get, actually.
90 gold.
How about 100?
91.
How about 100?
91 and a silver piece.
How about 100?
Make a persuasion roll.
I would love to make a persuasion roll. Perception, performance, persuasion. Oh, 13.
91.
95.
Call 92 and be done with it.
Let's call it 93 and be done with it.
Sure.
Perfect. I hand her that. I had no reason to hold on to it. I've just been holding on to it. Cool. What else do I have? If anybody else has anything to sell, oh, do you think would she be able to like identify something?
Yes.
So look, I kind of like sneak in with it. Look, I've got some pretty nasty stuff, as you saw. And I'm chill with that. I'm down with it. I'm curious to know how nasty I'm getting with what I have. Would you be willing to identify one of the things?
She kind of like steps back as you lean in, and she's like, look, whatever mojo you got going on needs to be put in that vault for all eternity.
Right.
However, I will take more mundane things. Stuff you guys aren't using, maybe? Kind of looks at Ty. How about you, sweetheart?
What?
Do you have any magical items you're not using?
Not for sale.
Why not? Everything's for sale.
I don't have it.
She kind of looks at you. You sure about that?
Yeah.
Shrugs. Alright. Does Corey really have literally all the magic items on her?
She's got a lot of them. Because I don't
Literally,
have really anything
The
personally.
only magical item that I have that I'm not like actively using is the ghost dagger, and I can't sell that.
And yeah, and mine is the bitter brew, which I could sell that.
No, you have the wand too, don't you? The twisted wand.
I don't have a wand.
Because you guys got a lot of magic on you. I know that.
Yeah, who took the wand? Did I take the wand? Let me look. I wrote it down. Who took it? When was revealing you? Yeah, okay. Opening the door. Mechanist. Okay, wait, I'm almost there. Oh fuck. I thought I wrote down who took what. Six-fingered hand, which I have, a cloak similar to bark, and a wand. I took the six-fingered hand, but I'm pretty sure somebody else took the cloak and the wand.
I believe Corey took the cloak, but the
Because
wand
they-
is still up.
Because the hand was, it was cursed, so that's why I took that. But I left the other two for somebody else.
What about Illbringer, the mace? His shoes of falling, or free falling shoes. And
Are all those in our shared?
I like to believe that those are in our cart, which is outside.
Yeah.
Would we be selling off the dragon stuff if we're not gonna go defeat it?
I mean, I don't think we would want to sell those though, because those are like our embodiments of Perry and Dan.
Why don't you sell the key?
Yeah,
Good
pull
luck.
out the key. You can have this.
she kind of looks at it and she's like, "No, thank you. I refuse."
That's cool. I wasn't gonna sell it anyway.
I refuse you offering me a key, as I know exactly what would happen if I took that key.
Yeah. Well, I don't want you to have it
really
anyway.
shouldn't say that so willy-nilly.
I would have never given it to you.
Fair enough, but if I touched it, it would have been mine now.
I wouldn't have let you touch it either.
You offered it to me.
I wouldn't have given it to you. Anyway, you can, can't decide. I pull out my bitter brew. What would you take for this?
It's not as... I mean... It is helpful, I guess, to some people.
Yeah.
Maybe 60 gold?
Yeah, I'll put it back in my pocket. I'm not really. I am crawling with magic, but most of it's curses, so there's not a whole bunch I can sell, if I'm being totally honest.
Like I said, you probably should pay a visit to Seeker.
Yeah, I don't necessarily want to get rid of any of my curses, though. I like them.
That's not a good thing.
Oh, have you met my friend Daisy? Well, you haven't, but you should. He's amazing.
I'm sure he is. Daisy's at the cart.
Yeah.
They
I
would
know.
not let him in.
No, absolutely not. I might get rid of the orb, but first I gotta figure out what's going on with the hand of Vecna.
What about you, Sam? Anything for you?
I was gonna have a look around actually and see any information, like if there's any like thieves' cant etched into the walls, or if there's like any information that would be like she's connected to the underground.
I missed that last part.
If she's like connected in any way to the underground network.
Oh. Make
Like if
a
there's thieves
investigation
canteen
check.
or yeah.
She's not
Oh shit,
connected.
22.
It seems like
Right.
even before when you were here, she wasn't and still isn't influenced by the Thieves
Not
Guild,
necessarily
essentially.
infinitely. They could still sort of work together.
Yeah, they could, but you don't see anything like that.
Because I
Sure,
my
that's all you
connection
guys
to-
want. I got potions, I got magic items, I got...
Yeah, I would love to know what you have, but our DM won't tell us.
It's more what you need. I can't just
I
keep...
don't know what I need.
Oh, you.
Can I sell the
I'm an
pastoral
idiot.
feather?
The
Can I
what?
sell Nanny's feather? Nanny's feather that was given to Perry?
Yeah, sure.
Magical and can cast Gust cantrip.
And I just quick question: did someone give Desra the Mother Blade? Because if not, I was gonna get a new magic weapon item here probably.
Well, considering no one
probably-
wants to wield a great sword.
Yeah, you can have
Yeah, I was
Nebulous,
saying.
definitely.
I thought it was a long sword. Great.
It is a great sword.
Great sword.
It's a great
Do you have
sword
any?
and a dagger.
You could
Do you
also
have
have Illbringer too, because Illbringer's pretty beefy.
Illbringer does rock some shit.
Did anyone take the child dagger, or was that Corey that took it?
I think Corey took the child
Yeah,
dagger.
I think Corey has it.
I'll just look up great sword
Yeah, great sword.
and then put it in my inventory.
Well, I have a decent amount of potions. I have scrolls. Again, just to reiterate, only spellcasters can cast scrolls.
Dang.
Yeah. Do you have a?
Lame.
How many?
Sorry.
How many what?
Just how many more potions of healing does she have?
She just has
I
the
took
6 regular, but she also has one, essentially the best one. I can't remember if it's superior or supreme.
So she has 4 more regulars and then the supreme one because I took 2 of hers. Well, I bought 2 of hers. Sorry.
How much is the supreme?
Let me do some maths.
I also would like to ask about like a home security. Do you got like
So the supreme
Too much
is
real life coming into this.
the supreme's around 2,000 gold pieces.
fucking hell? How much? What does it heal?
The best.
Which is what?
Yeah, which is what?
I think it's 8d4 plus 4.
10d4
plus 20. Fucking hell.
Oh my god,
Pretty
yeah,
good.
Jesus.
2,000 is
Well-
a lot of money though.
Yeah,
I'll buy
but
the last 4, by the way.
okay. So Ty will buy the last 4 at 75 gold a pop.
It'll be 3 because I did put my name down for one.
Okay.
I thought Ari took 2 and you took 1.
So 3 left.
Yeah, and there's 6. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
3 left. Sorry, I didn't hear
It's
that
okay.
Sam had taken one.
Yeah, the potion, the supreme potion is 2,000 gold.
Wonder if
Well,
What does she have for home protection? For like a home protection system? You can't tell me that's not a thing here.
It's not.
What?
yeah, you get a dog or something.
Oh my god.
Or a goose.
Well, they're gonna have a kid. They don't need to also add a dog to that.
Get a goose then.
The dogs
Yeah,
don't really like
gooses-
cats.
Yeah. Also, the goose
Yeah.
is really gonna fend off anybody trying to break into their house.
We'll just
Dude,
have
these are
Corey
terrible.
set something up.
And
Yeah, I
just have
can't
them
think
set
of.
up like Home Alone style traps
I can never think of anything I need until I need it.
until you're gone.
And yeah, I'm not gonna be able to think of a single thing.
Do you wouldn't happen to have any strength enhancing magic items, would you?
Strength enhancement?
Yeah.
Well, let's see. I do have potions of hill giant strength.
Thinking more of something like a little more permanent.
Permanent. Well.
She's thinking about some steroids, if you've got them, possibly.
I'm not thinking of steroids.
She's definitely thinking of steroids.
Sounds like steroids.
It's not steroids.
You said get me strong, and I heard steroids. So whose fault is that?
I mean, technically, an asthma inhaler is also steroids.
Well, people with asthma are taking steroids. That's not my fault. I don't ever use my daggers.
I mean, I have 2 manuals that might help. Probably one of them is manual of quickness. Definitely not a strength enhancement one.
Yeah.
Oh, does she have any scrolls of identify?
Scrolls of identify. What do you mean?
Is that like a thing? Does she have anything that can identify other stuff? Scrolls for identify. Sorry.
Identify something bad.
What? Oh wait, I have identify. Why the fuck have I not used identify?
Because it takes a lot.
Yeah, it's like
Takes
a
like
10
minutes.
right?
I didn't even realize I had it. I must have just gotten it our last level up and forgot. Never mind.
I think you've had it for a hot minute.
Yeah.
Have I really?
So
Yeah.
this one here is the manual of gainful exercise.
I'm an idiot.
It describes fitness exercises, and its words are kind of charged with magic. If you spend around 48 hours over a period of 6 days or fewer studying the book's contents and practicing its guidelines, your strength score will increase by 2, as does your maximum for that score. The manual then loses its magic but regains in a century. So it's kind of a one-of-a-kind thing. I kind of don't want to sell this again in 100 years. And judging based off your guys's holy shit to the 2,000 gold on the
I don't think I'll be able to afford that.
Supreme Healing Potion, this one's sitting pretty at 2,500.
Oh my god. You have a belt or something, or
A belt?
like a what is it? A belt of giant strength?
Just
Like
the
a stone,
potions.
maybe? No iron stone.
Speaking of which, how are you familiar with Ioun stones?
I heard about them before.
I heard about them because it is a god item.
Yeah, that's how.
Religious research and all.
Totally heard about Matilda having one last campaign.
I have currently 3. I have a cracked, flawed, dull gray stone. It has no powers, by the way. That one's 25 gold. Sorry, I just exited out of my page. I do have this Iron Stone of Reserve.
For how much?
See, I don't really see this as like a religious thing for you. The Iron Stone of Reserve. Do you know how to cast Detect Magic?
No.
Okay, yeah, maybe this is not for you then. Basically, this improves your detect magic, as it lets you see certain auras of schools of magic. It's basically what this thing does, and she points to her little monocle.
I mean, I know what magic is. Do I have to be able to cast detect magic to know when something is magical?
Yes, it doesn't allow you to cast detect magic. It only improves if you do have detect magic.
Guys, we've learned she has detect magic. It's good to know about Vivi. It's very good to know.
You got any magic weapons?
Magic weapons? Of course I do. I have...
How desperately I want to
three
pull out the Null Blade.
right.
Just curious how much it would be.
Yeah, but you'd never sell it, so there's no point in appraising
No,
it.
there is
And
no
she would
point.
charge you for appraising it.
That's true. We could use it as collateral later on if we're trying to buy our own house.
Yeah, later I
That's
might
no
sell
for
it.
it.
I have many upscaled daggers. I have upscaled longswords, bows, and arrows. Pick your poison. Or are you looking for specific enchantments? Not just enhancements.
I hadn't thought that far ahead. I just like no hand crossbows, no rapiers, just the ones that were mentioned.
No, like I said, she has like kind of one of each, kind of. Unless it's like a specified like great sword or great maul or something like that. She doesn't really have those in like +2s or +3s. But she has a ton of +1s in pretty much everything.
Okay, that's +1s.
What's that one spell where you grab something from it and like a random thing from 1 to 100 happens?
I'm sorry, what?
Chaos
There's
Bolt?
Like
Okay,
a deck
it's
of
not-
many
well,
things.
The deck of...
Yeah, like a deck of many things.
You think I would sell a deck of many things?
I don't know what you sell. You actively won't tell us.
Do you have a bag of holding?
A bag of holding is another one I was thinking.
Now that is something we can talk about. I do have a bag of holding.
What's that exactly?
It's a magical bag. It weighs probably like 1 or 2 pounds, but you can hold about 500 pounds worth of stuff in it.
Jesus.
Aren't all bags
Yeah,
bags of holding?
You are correct. I'm liking this one more and more, guys.
How much is your bag of holding?
Oh, considering it's one of very few items I've seen in my days, we'll set the price at 1,600 gold.
Yeah, I'm a bit too poor for this place. It was a pleasure meeting you. I go and I sit down somewhere while I wait for everybody else to be done.
Do you have any statues of wondrous power?
Again, how do you know what those are?
We've had them.
Ty has had a
They
statue
travel.
of wondrous power.
Well, Ty doesn't, but she's seen them many a time.
When and where?
Well, okay, you didn't ask me what I thought that they are.
I'm just saying Ty wouldn't know what they are.
No, to Ty, a statue of wondrous power is little figurines that bring luck to the person. It's like
Oh,
crystals,
look,
like
he's
carved.
rabbit foot.
It's like carved crystals.
Okay,
That's what she's thinking.
sure.
Totally.
But if you're gonna ask more questions about specific items, try and make it connected.
Okay, I will no longer ask to buy anything.
I'm just saying Ty in statue of wondrous power is a specific item.
Have they not been brought up in this campaign? I thought
I
we'd
don't
seen
think
some
so.
before.
Definitely the
I've
last
never heard of
one.
them.
Because I remember that was Vienna had one, definitely.
Yeah, Copper had one too last campaign.
Yeah.
Tell you what, how badly do you want this bag of holding? Would it aid you a lot in your adventures?
Yes.
I heard that, and she pipes up and. Okay.
I just think that
so-
price is ridiculous, is all.
You're not wrong, but you're also in my shop, and I set the prices.
That's true. I'd love to haggle with you.
And you were looking at Ioun stones?
Oh, I didn't want it for myself. I was speaking more so for Debs, but
You want an Ioun stone for Dez?
that's what I was talking about. But you assumed I was talking about myself.
How much are all of you comfortable spending? Let's just pool it together and see if we can make a deal.
$5.
Corey's obviously out.
I can. I don't want to spend all my money. Hang on.
What's the stone for?
That's the thing. She hasn't even told us. So I'm not willing to buy anything that I don't even know what it is.
Well,
I
there
think
was
an
two
IU stone,
stones.
depending on what it is +2 intelligence.
No, they're different. The Ioun stones, there's so many Ioun stones. They do different things, but she said one of them is cracked and kind of useless. The other one is for if you have detect magic. And then she said she has another one.
Which does what?
It does.
Y'all, should I have a Tic Tac or a Kit Kat or a Twix?
Twix.
Okay, it doesn't have a description. Okay, so this one says when you use an action to toss one of these stones into the air, the stone orbits your head at a distance of whatever feet. It can become invisible, and creatures can attack it if they see it. AC 24. They also dexterity to, blah blah blah. But this one is of leadership. Your charisma score increases by 2 to a maximum of 20, while this marbled pink and green sapphire or sorry, sapphire sphere orbits your head. So this one's of leadership. It increases your charisma score by 2 to a maximum of 20.
I could spend up to maybe 700 here. I got 1,500 gold from all our missions.
Okay, well, Dez is putting in 700. What is Ty putting in? At this point, she's learned you guys' names.
You guys can't just keep referring to each other as "Hey you."
I mean, it depends on how
Oh,
bad
sure we
Jess
can.
wants it, because Ty doesn't want it.
Ty doesn't want the bag of holding.
I mean, I don't need a bag of holding.
Yeah, I'm not,
But I
I'm not
thought
that
she was
fussed
putting
on
in
it.
for something else.
What's that, Ree?
I'm not that fussed on the bag of holding.
This is the first bag of holding you guys have seen this campaign.
Keep putting all like first time in there too.
Hey, I basically am the bag of holding then.
Basically.
Yeah, but currently you guys are all, I want to say, encumbered by your gold.
No,
At least most of you
Nope.
are.
Nope.
I only weigh 60 pounds, so I'm good.
And I don't gotta worry about that for a while.
Let's see how much
I meant
weigh.
figuratively.
Wow.
I increased in size.
I got a little bit
Well, I don't
bigger.
want to spend all of my heavy gold buying a bag.
Where I put all my gold that I just spent.
What would I put in that bag?
Yeah.
Everything.
What about spells? What level of spells do you wish to browse through my scrolls?
Third.
Third, any particular school?
Oh, you're asking somebody who's not well enough in D&D to know the answer. Something.
Abjuration, conjuration, evocation,
Bardic.
illusion, necromancy. Now those are a little more expensive, as most people don't recommend necromancy. Enchantment.
I put a couple of things in chat. How much would she buy them?
Go buy all those for 600.
Awesome.
What do you have in conjuration?
Well, let's see.
It's just the only one I remember out
I
of all the
have
ones you said.
Sleet Storm. I have Tidal Wave, and
Ooh.
I have Summon Fae.
What's Tidal Wave?
Tidal Wave allows you to cast a tidal wave. Big, lots of water in front of you.
No, yeah, I got that. I
Pushes
meant
them
more.
away, does a bunch of damage. Well, I
How much
think
is
it
that
pushes them away. I don't know. 300 gold pieces.
Let me look up Tidal Wave. Actually,
It would be 600, but today scrolls are half off.
That's interesting. Do you have any scrolls that I can talk to animals with?
I do, but they are lesser level of third.
Yeah.
You can already talk to animals.
I can't. Oh, you can. No. Can't. No.
No, I mean Perry could, but I'm making a joke about Starry unless he.
Yeah, I have a first level speak with animals for 50 gold.
Could Desert teach her the ritual version of that?
Unfortunately, no. As her magic is different than your magic.
Would I help you out?
It's okay. I appreciate it.
I know that stuff.
Does she have any like fancy, enchanted like ammunition, like crossbow bolts?
Yeah, she has +1 in both of those.
Okay. I will take Tide away for 300. I think it'll be a good thing to have just in case.
She also has fire aspect, but those are in like short supply. She has about 10, I would say, crossbow bolts of fire aspect, which just deal an additional 1d6 fire damage. And are double the price of a simple bolt.
Go find out how much they are.
Crossbow bolts are 20 for 1 gold piece. So you can get 10 of them for 1 gold piece.
Wow.
10 of the fire ones for 1 gold piece.
Done.
And you cleaned her out.
Are they +1 damage and then D6?
No, it's just plus to the D6. It's just 1d6.
Okay.
It's just their shaft ignites midair. That's about it.
Go see a doctor about that.
Probably. Midair? Yeah.
Sorry, keep going.
Why are you giving him a beer? He already has a beer. That's ruining my map while I'm on a different fucking tab.
Sounds like a you problem.
It does sound like a me problem.
Sounds like a you problem. Oh, does she have any? I don't even know if this is a thing, but does she have any like revivified?
She does.
Oh my god. For 300? Because
hell no, because it comes with 100 gold diamond.
Yeah.
I don't want a
So
gold
it's
diamond. I don't need a diamond.
450.
450.
Are you asking for a revivify spell or a diamond?
A scroll with the diamond.
Can I get the scroll without the diamond?
Yes, but the scroll would be useless without that diamond.
So
Not
are
if
you
I
saying that we can't use scrolls without the material components needed to cast the spells?
No. When it comes to a gold value, you need the material component with the spell scroll equivalent.
Okay.
So like Fireball, its scroll will not need bat guano. But
you'll cost money though then to cast it.
What do you mean?
Like I'm confused.
What are you confused about?
Because you just said that in order to use the spell scroll you have to have the item.
The item, if it has a gold value associated with it in its description.
I think we're interpreting that we have to get the 100 gold diamond with the scroll. Like, can we just buy the scroll without that component?
Because I know like spells like Revivify
'Cause
and
we
like,
might-
Teleportation Circle have like gold
'Cause we-
cost.
Because we could get that diamond somewhere else.
Does it make sense, Aaron?
No.
How does it not make sense?
Because I always thought the way that spell scrolls worked is the person who made the scroll put that cost in. So when you're using the scroll, you're just whipping it out and it works. So if you're saying that it doesn't work that way, then we have to like go back, and if we have other spell scrolls, like counteract that, if that makes any sense.
Like I
Or maybe
said,
it's just only this case for Revivify. Other ones we don't need the components for.
Again, the only case when it happens is if it has a gold value associated with it. Then it's a physical item that goes with the scroll, usually when you buy it. Other than that, the magic is in the scroll, and it just uses the magic in the scroll.
But is that for all spell scrolls?
Yes.
So then we have to counteract how we've been doing spell scrolls.
No. That's how we've been doing spell scrolls.
I don't think so.
What? How much is a diamond?
120 gold.
That means I can make one with Performance of Creation.
Ooh.
So
I
I
thought
don't.
your limit was 100.
No, my limit is 20 times my Bard level, which is 120 exactly.
But Revivify requires a diamond worth at least 300 gold.
Or does it say that specifically?
Oh.
Yeah.
In the spell,
300?
yeah.
I thought it was 100.
Yeah.
Revivify?
Like
No,
three.
Revivify's 3.
Oh, that changes the price.
Of course it does. Adds another bloody 0 onto it, probably.
No, there's
Nah.
just 200 more gold onto it, because I was under the impression it was 100. So,
I
what?
mean, you can make it that because it's your D&D campaign.
We'll say 550. We'll meet in the middle.
I
It's
think
okay,
previously,
that's
in terms,
expensive.
I think in terms of scrolls and stuff in the past, we've never. If we were to buy this Revivify scroll that comes with diamond, we wouldn't have been adding the diamond aspect into the inventory. We'd just be going, we've got a spell scroll.
Yeah.
So I
Think of it
think
as
that's
a
why
bundle.
we're
Yeah,
we're a bit
we've
confused
only-
in terms of like we've
Yeah.
never done that before.
We've only ever bought spell scrolls. We've never needed material components with
We've never
spell
discussed
scrolls.
the materials, yeah.
Yeah, and
That
she
aspect,
discussed the
yeah.
material components because guess what? She showed you a bunch of fucking gems.
Yeah, just more. It's more of an above table discussion.
Yeah, it's just think of it like you said, you're using the scroll. You're not unraveling the scroll. You can use it as a bundle, and that is it. Like the items
Right,
are
but
in
now
it.
we have to make sure that we have the material components to even cast that spell.
I think it
When
comes
it
with it.
comes
Is what
to
Josh is saying.
A gold
Like you buy the
value,
scroll, it
yes.
automatically comes with it,
Yes.
so we don't
it
have to worry
does.
about pre-purchasing it.
She is just describing that the spell, the scroll is worth more because it has a gold value associated with the spell and the item that the spell requires. So 300 is for a 3rd level spell. Well, it requires a 300 gold diamond, which she's throwing in for 250, i.e. giving you guys a discount on top of a discount. So it's 550.
Maybe she's just over-explaining in case one of us goes Karen on her ass.
True.
Well,
But
I'm back.
I'm not worried about scrolls, so.
Oh shit.
So,
How much does it cost to get shit enchanted from her?
well, it depends on the enchantment.
Cool. I don't.
Sick.
I'm gonna need to know what fucking enchantments are here.
Okay, I mean, how would you work if you can make something talk versus make something blow up?
Yeah, I mean, like I'm gonna need to research what enchantments are in D&D.
Oh, fair enough.
Actually,
That's what I'm saying.
You know what? Never mind. I am gonna get revivified because I don't want to see my friends die again, and nobody here can do revivify, can they?
Not yet.
I can.
Dan could have, but then he died.
I can't do any fucking spells.
Wait, Ty, you
Corey
can
has-
revivify?
No, I said Corey can.
Oh,
Well,
how?
she currently has a scroll
She has a scroll.
with a diamond.
Oh, never mind. I forgot about that.
I mean, it's never a bad idea to have multiple life-saving devices.
Okay, then you spend $550.
Isn't that
I
the
still
rule
need to
of
buy
thumb?
my baby mama some furniture.
Isn't that the rule of thumb? Is if you want to not die, you got to pay for your own revivify.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm okay with Arya dying.
Put it on Afterpay.
Put it on layaway.
She kind of sighs and she like puts away the more expensive items and she's like, all right. Will that be it for
Yeah.
you guys?
Yeah, we need to get the fuck out of here. We've been in here for like an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I can't say it was a pleasure. And she just kind of turns around.
May I offer a
Bruh.
suggestion?
What's that?
Could you provide a menu for people?
Yeah, that would be great, dude.
That'd be so helpful.
That would have made
And-
this go by so much quicker.
All people, I think you are the most capable of making one I have ever met.
I'm sure that would be helpful, but dwarves, at least in the city, usually pick up what they want and leave.
You're not a dwarf,
Well,
ma'am.
quite
No,
clearly, we're not
I'm
dwarves
not.
either.
And that's great, but you definitely spend like stingy tourists.
Well, we probably would have bought more if we knew what we could, you know?
Exactly.
Like, truly, I'm not joking. Like, I would have spent some money if I knew what was here.
I'm telling you
But-
right now, if you asked the right questions, you would have got the right answers.
Girl, I don't know the question to ask clearly. I'm asking for you to make a menu. There you go.
Fair enough.
What would be
I'll
the
probably never see
example
you
of the
again.
right question?
Yeah.
An example? Hey, I've come in here and I'm looking for spells. Do you have any scrolls or potions that might
Well-
have spell-like effects?
I think what you're not understanding here, Vivi,
I mean, we
Is
kind of did
that-
that.
well, what the issue is, at least personally, most of the time, I don't know what I want until I see it. So, like, that's my issue.
I mean, fair enough. But most of the time when I'm lacking in a department and want something, I usually know what to ask for.
Girl, I don't know what I'm lacking until I see it.
Yep.
Also,
When
haven't
you're
you
lacking
ever
so
seen-
much.
You know when you go to the grocery store and the grocery store tells you what you want to buy?
I've been waving things in front of you this entire time.
You gotta wave more.
Oh, okay. She grabs the bag and starts jingling it in front of you.
How was this bag of holding again?
Tess, I love you.
$2,000?
No, it was 1,600.
Mm.
See, I don't. I literally. If I had 100 more gold, I could buy it just for myself, but I wouldn't have any more gold.
Do you
Tess,
need it?
well, we can, if you're willing to use it between the group, I'd be willing to put a little bit of money in too. But I don't know what I'd put in there, admittedly, because I don't want all of our money in one spot.
I mean, I could think of a couple things to put in the bag of holding. Like, say, somebody's
Okay.
cursed item.
Again, three
Tell
of
you
them
what,
I can't get
you-
rid of.
You buy the bag of holding. I'll get that menu sorted out for you.
Perfect.
And I'll even throw in a little cherry on top. I'll tell you about what the Seeker could possibly do for you. Might even put a good word
Oh, the
to
Seeker.
kind of mitigate any expenses that might come up.
I can put in 300 gold, Des.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll do. Oh,
I'll throw in 2.
500.
Yep.
Yep, 500. So you need to come up with 1100.
I think I could
I
just
don't
do
know
that.
I don't know how
I'll
much
put
Corey
in
would
500.
put in. I think
Jesus.
Corey would put in, but I don't know how much he'd
Is
put in.
Ty stacked or something? Jeez. I'll
I
put
don't
it 500.
spend my money ever.
He
Okay.
really
Yeah.
doesn't.
She truly doesn't.
So that's 1,000. So you just need to put in 600.
Oh man. Yeah. So yeah, that means 19. Uh-oh. Sorry, don't know how to write.
Definitely make a note that Corey might want to put in next week when she's back.
Why?
Not just for his Dez's funds and stuff. Like I reckon Marion would also want to pitch in. I don't know how much. I'm not going to speak for like if she wants to put in 1 or 300 gold or something. But
Oh, in that
feel like-
case, she
Yeah,
could just be
I
like,
feel-
"Hey, I paid for 100 gold of it. You can give yourself 100 gold, Des."
yeah, I don't want to speak like
Yep.
how much she put
Yeah.
in. But I reckon
As
she
far
would,
as I'm
yeah,
concerned, a character that isn't currently here can't buy or use any items, and I'm not going to do that.
Yeah. No, yeah, I
But-
just meant more like a placeholder. Like we discuss it with Marion next week, and she'd go, yeah, 100's cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
So she gives you the bag of holding and takes 1,600 gold. She says she'll mitigate the Seeker's expenses by half, and she'll give you a small little timepiece. Basically, basically a little like, hey, help these guys out kind of thing. And then she'll go into kind of what the ritual is going to be to get rid of a cursed object. And she's gonna say this is the Emberchain Rite. R-I-T-E. It's performed at night when Saloon's magic mixes with the cosmos. It is performed with the sacred flame of the forge. And depending on your needs, it's going to cost more and more as the ritual continues.
Yeah. Similar to the American healthcare system, it's probably going to be money that's going to prevent me from becoming healthy.
No, she says. Moradin doesn't deal with gold and wealth, the likes you think. No, Moradin is god of creation. He, like many have said,
Oh my god.
You're in the city where people believe that the first dwarf was carved out of these mountains by Moradin himself and forged with the great hammer on the iron anvil with the sacred fire.
I have an above table question.
What?
Is Moradin and Terfessus like the same person?
No.
Because Terfessus was also said to create the world using a hammer.
Wow. It's like the dwarves have their own gods and
But are they like the same thing?
deities. No.
It's probably how like Greek mythology and the Roman and the Celtic and all of that kind of mythology all like interlock
When
between
you
each
guys were in
other.
Bokudan,
Yeah.
when you guys were in Bokudan, that mythology was more Aztec, primal, like Titans. Where over here, you have almost like a Greek symphony of various gods and goddesses.
The next step is obviously Norse.
Where he is the god of creation, but he never said he created the earth. But yeah, it's the Emberchain Rite is what you need to go through. It'll cost more, as in you might feel uncomfortable, things might happen, you might see things.
And that's only to get rid of curses. We all don't have to go through that.
Well, it's a purifying ritual.
So we all have to go through it.
No, just the afflicted.
Sorry.
And I would like to mention, you can have a free key to a vault I own if you want to put that hand away.
Yeah, I would like a key, but I don't think I'm gonna put it in there quite yet. I want to figure out what it does first. And I didn't realize I had identified. So.
Very much wouldn't.
It's a six-fingered hand, right?
I feel as though that hand will consume you if you look at it.
Right.
I looked at it with my monocle and I saw nothing but a dark black pit. And it was starting to consume you.
Right.
Right.
I look down at my hand.
She just slides you a key.
I take
Just
the key. Okay.
use it. It's the
Yeah.
most secure vault in the city. No one's getting in without that key. No one's coming out of it without that key. It's best we just let evil things be put away.
I can't even use identify on it.
I wouldn't take that risk. But
it.
thank you for
Can't even
shopping at
touch
BB's Ticks and Talks. By all means, I will sure as heck get a menu ready for you next time.
Great plan.
Yeah, because I want to definitely either enchant some of my own weapons, buy some, or maybe some armor. I'm also looking at, because I don't fucking have anything.
Fair enough.
So yeah.
Guys, leave BB's, and Starry and Leshy kind of look at each other and they're like, we need to go look for jobs.
Well, you should probably set all your stuff down in your new house.
They kind of look at their backpacks. We already just got stuff on. We'll just take a walk around. And they start asking vendors, like, what's up? And they kind of separate a little bit, too.
Really
Yeah,
don't
it's
like
fine.
setting down roots.
Well, we'll meet you at our house, and hands you one of the keys that was handed to them. They got 2
Fuck
keys,
yeah.
but they handed you one.
Oh my god. Thank you. I'll meet you there.
Yeah, spend the night. We'll all spend the night together.
Fuck yeah, we will.
They head on.
Above table, will you tell me what Vecna's hand does? Because I want to know. That's the whole reason I've kept held on to it.
You won't know until you put it on.
Very bad. I have no magical inclination. I think it's bad.
I'm so curious. Ari shouldn't have this hand because all she wants to do is know what. I don't want to use it. I just want to know what it does.
That's literally what the hand is tempting you with. It's
Yeah.
very powerful
And, like,
stuff.
Identify doesn't work on it.
Oh, it's not that it doesn't work. It's that you will then have to go into saves on whether or not you put it on.
Yeah, you also have to touch it to identify it.
Well, I'm fully attuned right now. I can't be attuned to something else.
That doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Sure
Well,
does.
you
That's the whole
can.
reason.
If it's more powerful, it'll just kick off one of the weaker curses.
Yes.
Oh.
Very much yes. It'll
Fine.
say, fuck you, I own her soul now.
Yeah.
Okay, I wrap it up in a little cloth.
It already
And-
was.
I use that cloth to make it look like it's doing the middle finger. And I set it in the middle of a giant vault, all alone, so that if somebody ever somehow breaks into here and they see this, they're like, that's weird that there's only one thing in this giant vault. And then I think to
Why-
myself, wow, it's gonna be really bad when somebody steals this and uses it to
I mean,
destroy
you
the
could,
weapon
like,
that I
make a
gave.
bunch of fake doors that don't have anything in them.
Real fake doors.
I can do that?
Yeah, so the vault, it is a door, and it opens, but it's your vault. So as soon as you step in, it's whatever you want it to be.
Oh, like a pocket
Oh, that's
dimension?
amazing.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah, I make
think
it-
of a single room Mordecai's mansion. A single room, though. And you have to
I make
leave
it
an
in-
item.
I make it incredibly complicated to get in. Like it includes riddles about my personal life and like just super complicated to get in.
Well, then
Okay,
it
it's
might
not
have
that
effect.
magical.
Well, you gave me free reign and that's what I chose to do.
Okay, in
And
that
so-
case, how about you labeled certain doors with answers, and one of the doors has a question,
Okay.
right?
And I do it multiple times?
Yep.
Okay, sure. And they're all like personal and just only I and
Only you
maybe
would
like
know.
one other
So,
person.
yeah, it's a security question you get for your password.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's
What's your
literally what I was
favorite
going
pet's
for.
name? What's your
What
What
mother's
street did you
maiden
grow
name?
up on?
What
high
school did you go to? Yep.
Yeah. Who's
Alright.
your crush?
You hear
Yeah.
a big sigh of relief from Vivi as you exit the vault. And she just looks at you as you walk away and kind of gives you a small smile.
I hate this. I feel like she's gonna steal it or something.
As you guys
She's giving
walk
such
through
sus vibes.
the park again, you guys notice very clearly that a couple guards were watching you as you were in VV's and then watching you come out, and now are blatantly following you. You guys get to the gate. 100 gold. Oh, sorry, ma'am. Let's tie in.
Yeah, one of them
Quietly
should hit on
pay.
her so that we can get our cold back.
Probably going to be a failure, but can I attempt an insight check onto the guards that are following us?
You
Or investigate
can.
or something?
I'd say insight.
Insight?
You think they're regular guards. They're just so happen to be following you.
Mm-mm.
Are they wearing any like insignia or anything? Other than the capital, obviously.
Other than the capital now.
What the fuck is my insight?
Hold
I
up,
just-
guys. Pay the toll.
Huh?
She get in.
Yeah,
she got
I'm-
in for religious purposes.
Oh yeah, no, I
quiet-
pay.
I'm quietly paying and going in.
Oh,
Yeah, me
I
quietly.
pay and I kind of grumble a little bit. But I'm like, here's the fucking ball.
Okay. Corey, unfortunately, at this point,
they're
is
paying.
she can't really pay, but I also don't want to take away her money. So
Just she can go hang out with Starry and Leshy.
yep, she says I'm going to go keep an eye on Starry and Leshy as you guys do this,
Bodyguard's got a bodyguard.
and it'll split the guard's attention. So maybe we won't be followed as much. That's what she says.
Sick nasty. Fuck.
All right.
Sorry, I got yogurt all over myself.
So now the team of 4 are on one side of the gate. This is a highly devoted looking district. You see people in religious garb. You see whites and golds. You see hammers and anvils. You see different vestiges. Sorry, not the word. Vestments. Everyone has a vestige here.
Yes, I'm gonna try and steal all their vestiges.
No,
Do it.
vestments is what I meant to say. Vestments. Indicating rank, whether they're squire, whether they're just religious and are living almost like in a community here. You see the kids playing with small anvils and small hammers, trying to bust rocks open, see what's inside of them. It's very peaceful. Actually, some of the residents here notice your group and offer bread. They offer fruit. They're like, hey, thank you for coming to the capital. We appreciate your patronage, and every little bit helps. And they're not asking for anything, but they're definitely giving you like some bread, some incense if you want incense of.
Yes, I want one that smells like lemon.
Yep. There's a guy selling incense for a single copper apiece. Most of them are already lit. Think of it as a walk of, not shame, but a walk of religiousness.
The opposite.
The opposite. The buildings are very different too. Most of them are 2-story, if not 3 stories high. A lot of them, you see people going up and down. You see cloth lines that are attached to other buildings, like neighbors are attaching their laundry lines to each other and just using them. It's a very community-driven district.
Oh, we should have bought a house here for them.
I know. I bet they're
Yes, in the
expensive, though.
cult.
I was gonna say, it feels culty, yeah.
It's not. They're just religious, and
Yeah, I was gonna say
that can
Desert
feel culty
probably-
to some, but to
was
some
gonna say,
people, it's
same,
what
same.
they need.
Desert probably
Alright.
does have a bit more reverence in this area because Mordin's her god.
All right. So as you approach the citadel, you see the spires in front of you, indicating the towers. They stand as a beacon of strength and craftsmanship in the heart of capital, built from alternating bands of black basalt, red marble, and stone-veined ember glass, which was the roofing, by the way, on Vivi's. The cathedral radiates the warmth and weight of divine purpose. Its bronze double doors are engraved with the image of Moradin striking the first dwarves from molten stone. And when they open, the scent of forge smoke and incense fills the air.
Is there like a place where there are offerings with incense? You know, like how some churches you light a candle. Is there like a similar thing with incense?
No, there's an offering. There is an offering bowl. It's a brazier that seems to be made of rocks and molten metal. And most people put money in it.
Do you know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about? Oh,
Yes, I do. But
is there that
it's-
somewhere?
It's a little later down. It's a big citadel.
Oh.
All right. Inside, towering pillars, each carved from a different sacred stone, from obsidian to alabaster, line the central hall, representing the many trades of dwarven kind. The vaulted ceiling shimmers with inlaid gold, reflecting the light of ever-burning braziers suspended in wrought iron chains. Murals of polished granite and gemstone mosaic depict Moradin shaping mountains, kindling the first forge, and gifting flame to mortal hands. At the far end rests the great anvil altar, forged from star iron and set above a flame that has never gone out, tended by the temple's keepers, but never lit by mortal means. Here, the faithful come not only to pray, but to create, to craft, and to remember that from stone and fire, all things are made. You see the religious people, you see the squires and the children that are working in the pews kind of look at you, and as this hooded figure gets done with a prayer and sings a hymn, he turns around. Ah, guests of Moradin, please come, sit. And he ushers you to sit in the pew that's literally right next to you as you guys were walking in.
Oh, yeah.
He sits in the one in front of you and kind of like turns over his shoulder to talk to you, but never not having the forge in his eyes. What can Seeker do for you today?
We met a friend of yours, Vivi.
Yes. Unfortunately, I do not understand her devotion to the mechanical god. However, we have had plenty of, how I say, useful encounters.
I looked at Ty, and in my head, I'm like, they're so boning.
They're doing it on the reg.
They're doing it on the reg.
I do know of Vivi. Why has she sent you?
Well,
Is there an element of like disgust for them because they follow a different god?
Oh no. You see actually the opposite. You see an element of acceptance. Like, okay, I talked to her.
and love.
I talked to her about it, but she's not moving, kind of thing.
Kind of at least they follow something.
Yes.
Yikes.
So.
Well, so, okay. You know, we all, nobody in particular, but we all kind of have some curses on us. All of us. It's not just one person. It's definitely
you
all
seek
of
purification. That is a
We
service
seek
this
purification.
cathedral offers to its guests.
Right. Right. Now, the items you're purifying,
Items?
do they become... Yeah.
He kind of winces at that. No, we purify you. We purify you so much that any cursed object dare not touch you.
So the items that are possibly cursing whoever in the group is cursed, they wouldn't be purified, so therefore we could no longer use them?
I wouldn't suggest it. They are still cursed, after all.
Shucks.
But I can remove them from you.
Right.
Ari. He says your name.
Yeah.
It's one of my many
name?
gifts from Morden. He has gifted me the sight of the mind. I can only see surface thoughts, but they are enough sometimes. I don't dive any deeper, as that is against my religion. But
I hesitate briefly before being like, so you know it's
so,
it's me.
Yeah.
That,
He shakes his head. Yes, Ari. I know it's you.
Cool. What if I only wanted you to take off some of the curses, though?
Well, unfortunately for you, that is not up to me. That is up to the sacred fire of the Emberchain Rite.
We're starting to go robotic.
I am?
A little bit, at least.
How's that?
Better. I don't know if it was me or something, but yeah, going a bit.
Yeah, then he transforms into a fucking Camaro.
Camaro?
Yeah, Bumblebee?
Yeah.
I thought you were meaning Chimera, like Chimera.
Oh,
and
shit.
I was like, what?
Chimera Camaro.
Alright. Yeah, he goes on to say that, it's not up to him what purifies
It's just
you.
one of my closest friends happens to be one of these curses.
May I see this close friend?
Well, he's not exactly allowed in the city, but I hold out my hand with Daisy's ring. But I mean, I use this ring to summon him.
Knock it off. So the ring doesn't. Obviously, he's summoned. You can't re-summon him.
Yeah.
Unless he dies.
Yep.
I'll let you do it, fine. So he looks at the ring and he's like, "This is what you're concerned about?"
Oh no, I am cursed out the hoo-ha. This is just the one that I want to... This is the one I'd like to keep. Forever.
Make a deception
I don't mind being
check.
cursed. Fuck.
Because you literally hold Dan's soul in your hand with the key.
Ooh.
So clearly it's not the most important thing.
No, it's not, but I didn't want him knowing about Dan's key.
He can read your surface thoughts.
I wasn't thinking about Dan's key.
Yeah,
There
exactly,
is-
but Ari would be.
Yeah. For sure. 15.
Alright, you do fool him.
Nice.
Again, it's not up to me.
Right. Well, I gotta be honest, I don't even know why we came here, because these curses have not been an issue for me. They really haven't.
Yet.
Well, I don't want to take any of them off. I mean, maybe one of them. But if I can't choose.
You see, his gold and white vestments kind of furl a little bit all at once, and you see his eyes flash. He then kind of looks away and mumbles something. Sorry, I got a message. It seems your predicament has been paid in full. Shall we continue? And
What?
He gets up and kind of ushers you down to the forge or the anvil.
I don't go with him. What do you mean? Also, I already said I don't know if I want these curses gone. I never said I wanted to come here.
Those are the curses talking.
They're not the curses talking. I have Daisy and then I stop and then I'm like, also Daisy. Without
And-
these curses, I'd be losing friends.
In the light of the sacred flame, you will lose nothing and only gain yourself.
Will I also gain my friends who are attached to these curses?
I have seen Morden's sacred fire purify the most diabolical cursed items.
Okay.
And could Desmond do a insight check on him to make sure he's
Morden is the god of creation, not destruction.
Right. I also would like to do an insight check.
Sure. Both of you can. What was yours, Des?
Cause I wanna, cause like Des kind of does have like a not a big religious thing, but like her parents did Sunday school every Sunday, church every Sunday kind of family.
To Morden,
so-
though, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
so
It's good to know.
I guess, yeah. Insight, yeah. Here.
Okay.
I also kind of want to whisper to the rest of the group, like, guys, I mean, do we really think this is a good idea? Let's be for real right now.
That's what the insight check is for.
Yeah, Ty, what are your thoughts on this?
Oh, Ty is sold.
Oh, okay.
Like, she is eating this guy's words up like candy.
I'm
I
like,
mean,
how
Ty,
about
what are you
Sam?
thinking of this?
What's
Sarah
Sam
and
think?
And then What?
I was wondering what Sam was doing.
Oh, well, I was going to like heavily investigate, or I don't know if it'd be investigate or perception because I need to touch him, but doing like a heavy sort of view on this person to see if there's anything outside of the current religious
Practices.
stuff on them. You know, if there's like a secret hidden other religion going on. Have they been infiltrated?
Oh, yeah, go for it. I'll give you advantage on that because you literally lived here before, and there were suspicions back in the day.
So perception or investigation? Because I think investigation is touching.
I'll let you make the decision.
Go for the
I'll just be like,
Oh,
yeah.
wait.
Sam like pats his shoulder and says, yeah, we're here to
Yep.
help Ari. Yeah, you definitely don't notice any of that. In fact, you see it as the opposite, where all the rumors were like, yeah, he's out murdering babies in the basement and stuff like that. All you have seen has been nothing but kindness and generosity, and he's even been truthful with you with his ability. He can read surface thoughts.
Right.
Living
I'm
with
not
the 21.
necessarily.
Sorry, what was that?
I say even with the 21 roll, he's all
Yeah.
just good and pure. Cool.
Yep, he looks fine. There's no like bad sigils anywhere. There's no distant eyes on you guys other than the one guard that followed you in here.
Right. I'm more just a little apprehensive about Daisy and Dan. Like, I don't want.
Sir?
Yes.
This purification, you said it protects you from all, like, curses, right?
Yes.
How long does it last?
Well, until the soul decides. Again, Morden created the souls on Earth that you see, but he also created the free will to allow you to do as you wish. If you're purified, then it's up to you to stay purified.
Have you, by chance, heard of? I don't know. I can't remember what it was called. Like the foot or I think it was the foot of Viacna. Really trying to spell that I don't know what it is. Something like that. The Vecna or the foot
You
or
forget, Tari. I can read surface thoughts.
fuck. I'm
I
bluffing.
know
Let me bluff.
a lot about.
Yeah.
And let's just say you made the right decision putting it where it is.
Right.
You
You want
should
to tell
take
me
that
what it?
key and put it somewhere no one would find it.
Put it up my hoo-ha.
You heard
Do you want to tell me what it does?
Yeah, and then she had the surface thought of Star is going to totally find it.
It will eat your soul and be replaced by an evil demi-lich who will only seek to destroy everything.
So I could kind of be a really cool bad guy for
Vecna,
future campaigns.
in my experience, is one of 2 people who has ascended from mortal to godhood.
Yes,
Who's
but I
the
Copper.
That would be Copper.
So the Raven
Stories
Queen in this.
vary, but Copper did a great deed for the god of time and replaced him so that he may die. At least that's what I know. Vivi keeps saying this and that, but some of it just goes in one ear and out the other.
This Hand of Vecna, from what I understand, from what little I learned, is, and I'm not saying this is a good thing by any means, I'm just curious, it seems as though it gave you something before completely destroying you in the world.
Power corrupts everyone.
Interesting. Okay.
Shall
Fuck.
we
Yeah,
continue?
yeah, we can do that. Yeah, we can do that.
Do you all wish to make an offering to Moradin for guidance through this ritual?
Yes.
Kind of offering.
Ari, you are exempt.
Oh,
I'd love to make an offering.
What is your offering?
Gosh. I don't know if you need like gold or anything, but I do want to put, a desert hands and 20 gold, and just I guess you can add my my strength to this. Like, if you're feeling weak, just think back on.
He folds your hand with the gold inwards, so you're grasping your gold, and he says squeeze, like with your strength. Use your strength, squeeze. And you do.
Sure.
And he's like, that'll be enough. And he looks at the other 2.
Are we making an offering for Ari to pass, or is it so that we can participate?
No, you're just essentially helping the DC, essentially.
Okay.
like my bow, my axe sort of thing.
Yeah. My gold-palmed strength score.
My religious knowledge and my sneakiness.
What does Ty offer? He's curious about your offer.
Let me think.
Okay. Sam, what are you offering?
I will offer up the wisdom that I just found out. So the knowledge that the priest is good and pure and,
Your
assisting in
current
this ritual.
you're offering your
Just,
current view of him.
just like a bit of a comfort knowing that this isn't going to be a bad thing, that
Okay,
he's going
yeah.
to put
All right.
her in the good hands to get her through
He
knowledge.
does read surface thoughts, so he understands and kind of gives you a nod.
I mean, I'm also saying it out
Okay.
loud because he's asking.
True. Do I know the relationship between Saren Ray and Morden? Like,
No, not at all.
what they think of each other?
Nope. Because people who worship a god aren't concerned with other gods and how they feel about that god.
Offer a friendship ring.
It actually makes a lot of sense considering Seeker is like, well, she worships this weird time god, but that's her thing. Because my thing is my god.
My thing's my god, so shut up.
My god's better than your god. I bet my dad could beat up your dad.
Bro, don't even say that. My god is so much better. That's not even funny or cool of you to say. My god is so much better.
He kind of starts to walk away from you, Ty.
I will offer protection
In the form?
of Saren Ray's light.
He grasps your hands and says, Jesus, someone die.
Did Jesus?
No. He says,
That's a whole different god.
oh my
Only
God,
for your
what's
sins.
dying? I think that's you, Sophie.
What?
It is.
We heard all the crashing and shit.
Oh, sorry. I dropped a pan.
Anyway.
Yeah.
No, he grasps your hands and says, Saren Ray's light will keep the flame ablaze. So thank you.
And before they go though, can I put my amulet on Ari?
Yeah, that's fine. It is
Wait.
around nighttime, by the way, when you guys get here. You guys literally went through the entire districts and talking and all that. It is around nighttime.
Oh, for sure. As Ty puts her amulet on me, I just kind of stare at her and then I give her a hug. Just a silent hug. And then I'm like, okay. And then I continue to follow what's his face.
He kind of snickers and he says, "Do not worry. I perform these all the time."
I'm not worried. I just love her. Okay, let's do this.
So he leads you to a small forge underneath the fire that makes up the big forge in front of you, like the main central area. He goes underneath it. And there's a smaller forge. Where a circle of blacksmith's chains, each blessed and etched with runes of purification, rests on the floor around a shallow brazier of white-hot coals. He ushers you to kneel within the circle as he gently wraps a single Emberchain around your wrists and shoulders. He's symbolizing the binding of the curse. As the chain warms from the forge's heat, he recites a litany of unmaking, a prayer that calls upon Morden to break what was twisted and restore the soul's shape. You must speak the truth, Ari, of confession. He's kind of
What?
holding magic currently at bay, and you see his muscles start to tighten. You must confess something.
Oh God, I've been having weird dreams,
More.
and oh no, my life's not that dramatic.
Look deeper,
I almost
Ari.
heard a guy once thinking that that's who I was, and I'm not. I felt really bad about it. I don't know who I
Hurt?
am. Yeah. But I didn't. I gave him his clothes back. I didn't leave him in the snow. It was a bad idea, I'll admit.
That's good. As the chain's glow starts to simmer down from almost breaking, they start to glow again. Speak a regret.
I regret not protecting Starry more.
From
I regret not speaking, or not speaking. I regret not protecting everybody more, actually. Ty and Starry and Leshy and Dan and Perry and Corey and now even Sam and Dez.
You guys are hearing this, by the way. You're right
Fuck.
there in the same room.
God damn it! Son of a bitch.
The chain's glow starts to simmer down as the coals start to inflame in blue fire. Now, quick. Before the flame goes out, you must speak a burden.
Fuck. Burden?
What weighs you down?
Myself. But I'm working through it. My
Now,
actions, my decisions.
He says, now quick, blow it out. The chains
Hip, hip,
glow
hooray.
bright and flash with golden light, and they fall away, broken.
It's a good thing, I think. Feels like a good thing.
He then leans down and says, you are now purified.
I look at Daisy's ring.
And he puts
on my
his
hand.
palm on your head. And light fills your form. It's almost so bright, most of you have to close your eyes, but he never closes his eyes looking at you, Ari. A knowing, fatherly, I've got you. Trust me. Look. And as the light recedes, all your cursed items fall to the floor.
Fuck.
And you see Ari, not pale,
What?
not floating hair as she was, but you see Ari as the Yuan-Ti she was before.
What?
Cured of the curse that made her into what she was.
What'd you do to me? How'd you do this? How'd you bring me back? What happened? I thought I was like dead and reborn. I didn't think I was cursed. What happened? What's going on? What?
He smiles and says,
Ari's beyond confused.
this is truly who you are, and Morden has accepted your payment.
I stare at my hands, and I can see faint scales on them, and without even realizing, I start crying. Because for the first time in a very long time, I feel like myself again.
As you emerge,
just
you see a bunch of people start clapping and for a successful, like, ritual. It can go bad. There are bad times. But people clap, make sure you're okay, make sure everyone is understanding of what just happened. You can scoop up your items. You are allowed to reattune to those items if you wish, but understand what they do. The key, Dan's key. Now, the keepers have this thing where you can't unattune to them. There's nothing in this world that will allow you to do so.
That's fine.
Except
But
death.